Yeah, this street, even the main street, is basically pitch black. All street lights in the whole country been turned off. Another air raid siren now going. There's been a strike in Western Ukraine today. Freezing cold, foggy, no electricity, and also airstrikes all day in the west of the country. But there's a flag just over there. It's got no lights at all. 6 o'clock in the evening is left like this. Hello guys, from Cherivtsi, Ukraine. So today I feel so much better than yesterday. Had a fantastic sleep. That is the one massive kind of upside to being so tired and being on the road for like a long time. When you finally hit that bed, it feels so nice and you sleep so well for like 10 hours. So I feel a lot more fresh today. Going to go watch the England game now. Today's super snowy in Cherivtsi, as we can see. And the road's gone to like slush. And really when the church is snowy and the trees are snowy, so beautiful. Real Christmas vibe here in a place which isn't gonna have much Christmas vibe this year due to the obvious circumstances. This park looks so beautiful when it's like this. Very beautiful city in the snow. Yeah, it's very beautiful in this park. A little winter feeling now. And yeah, it's so strange going to watch the World Cup when the weather's like this. Maybe it's even stranger here than in the UK because it's literally bloody snowing. And with this beautiful building behind, wow. This old classical building, the Christmas style tree, the snow. Anyway, it's bloody freezing. The England game started about 10 minutes ago. So let's get everyone on. So guys, found the place showing the match. Got a beer. This is something very strange, guys, watching the football and you look out the window and you see this. This, by the way, guys, is the main street in Cherivtsi. It is dead at this time of night. Yeah, this street, even the main street, is basically pitch black, and it's such a shame because they put up the Christmas lights even. We can see up there where they should be. Oh, the restaurant's still working. So you can see by the light of the restaurant, this is the main street. But yeah, it's in a total blackout apart from in the restaurants. This is because of the energy rationing which we have in Ukraine at the moment. Energy, at least on all street level, has to be saved, which results in basically all street lights in the whole country being turned off after hours. And now it's only 9 o'clock in the evening, it's already fully dark. I can just imagine how beautiful this street would look in the snow, real snow by the way, if all of these lights were on and the Christmas lights were working. But wow, this place looks super cozy here, especially in the dark. Look at that. Couldn't you just? So in restaurant in Cherevci, and one thing I like about this place is that generally in Ukraine when you get a burger, you get gloves as well, which is quite good because your hands can get quite greasy if not. So you can see we get gloves to put on, and also we get injection, injector burger. Good morning guys, from Cherevci, Ukraine. You might not be able to hear, but there's an air raid siren going off in the city. Yeah, very cold today. Weather's not great, lots of snow still. And today my plan is to go to one of the worst affected districts in the city by the electric blackouts, see what the situation is like there on the ground for people living there. Obviously not easy at the moment with the recent airstrikes taking out over half of Ukraine's essential critical electricity infrastructure. Luckily where we are in our hotel, we're one of the only places in the city with constant electricity. Very lucky. I don't know why, maybe because it's a hotel, or maybe just because the block where we are has something critical nearby. So yeah, we're very lucky. Unfortunately, not everybody's in the same situation, and it does get very dark this time of year, as I will show you later. So I just had some lunch. It's pretty good, but when we were eating lunch, we had an air raid siren. So it didn't really mean much, but it means you can't go into shops for some reason when there's an air raid siren, but you can go into restaurants and bars. So yeah, the situation now on the main street is a bit unusual. So lots of places seem to have light, but then lots of places also don't seem to have light, just on the main street here. So in the centre, the situation seems better today than yesterday. Yesterday there wasn't any light at all on this main street, apart from businesses which have their own generators. Today it's a bit better, it seems. The weather today is so grim. I'm just thinking back to the 20 days of non-stop sunshine we had like 2 weeks ago, and how nice it was. I can imagine truly how miserable life must be for big swathes of the population this time of year. I mean, I'm feeling a bit lethargic because of the weather, and we've got electricity, we've got gas, and we've got hot water back at the flat. So yeah, it must be truly miserable for lots of people who don't have all of these three things. I'll have to go find the bus now to take us to one of the worst affected districts. It seems that because the buses are electric and there's no electricity in parts of the city, that the buses aren't running. I just saw a queue of like 4 electric buses stood next to each other, and I don't think they're going anywhere. I might have to walk it there in this bloody weather. The buses don't seem to be going anywhere. For some reason all the buses are basically standing still, even the ones which aren't electricity. You can see over there. I don't know why. Unless it's some kind of law that when there's an air raid alert, the buses can't go, I don't know. So I decided to walk it, despite the bitter, horrible weather. In this district now there's no light whatsoever. It's starting already. The further you go at the centre, the less light there is. This guy behind me over here is putting up a generator, if you can see, trying to get some electric in by that means. But yeah, It's a dire situation when the weather's like this. It's so cold. All you want to do is go into a nice warm cafe, but they're all working takeaway. You can see there's no lights in the windows at all. Another air raid siren now going. Not so loud here, but I can hear it just over there. They seem to be kind of non-stop today. I've not read the news, I don't know what's happening, but probably some kind of action somewhere further into the country. They're going on the buses, it seems. I don't know how, if there's no electricity. But because there's no electricity, there's also no traffic lights, as you can see here. But it's still quite organised actually. People let other people go. I suppose they're probably used to it by now. It's been like this for 2.5 weeks, not much electricity. It is a really miserable day today, guys. Massive puddles everywhere, it's freezing, it's rainy, no electricity, bloody hell. But we can see here, huge puddles, cars getting in, and you just fancy going somewhere nice to warm up, but by the looks of things, these houses don't have electricity, there's no lights on. I can see one light in this flat over here, maybe that's a bit better. The shopping centre does have electricity, but it seems no gas, is quite cold. This supermarket appears to be completely closed, which is quite strange. It's a very big supermarket chain. It's the main supermarket in this district. It seems to be closed. That's very unusual. Not sure at all as to why. So it's still miserable. Just chatting to a couple of friends of mine, and they said that the reason there's been air raid sirens, and still it seems are air raid sirens, and also the reason why there's literally no electricity at all in this district, is because there's been a strike in Western Ukraine today. So obviously that was why we heard the air raid sirens. So I've heard the whole of the west of the country where we are is absolutely without electricity. I don't know about the centre, but so I've heard big electric problems in the west of the country, probably also in the east as well. So yeah, that explains why the situation seems to be worse today than before, and also why we've heard so many air raid sirens. So we're gonna now try and find a cafe in the shopping centre, because everywhere else is totally down. Hopefully there's some electricity, but like I showed before, even the supermarket's closed, so there must be a pretty serious power outage. And we can see these flats here, they've got absolutely no electricity, unfortunately. And normally this time of night, starting to get dark, they definitely would. So finally found somewhere where we can get some coffee. We found some light in the shopping centre, but by the looks of things, there's been some very bad attacks all over Western Ukraine. I've just read all day today. I was totally oblivious to this fact until I met a couple of friends and they told me. And yeah, it's a pretty bad situation. There could be total blackouts all over the west of the country. I don't know. Here it seems to got a generator, so we still have electricity. But outside it's totally pitch black now, unfortunately. So leaving the shopping centre now. Actually, they seem to have lights in the apartment over there. That's good. Must have been turned on. Yeah, still obviously no street lights. Gonna go try to find a friend now and pick up my bag, which I left last time. Last time it was like plus 25 degrees and a nice, not sunny but nice day. Now it's bloody -2, pissing it down, freezing cold, foggy, no electricity, and also airstrikes all day in the west of the country. So yeah, not fantastic. So it's basically rush hour now, and there's still, well, generally there's no street lights. As you can see now. So I think I found the place where my mate's gonna be. Waiting now next to the podъезд, the place where you wait. Nice bit of artwork. Yeah, this exact district seems to be okay, but there's a flat just over there. After this I'll go over there, and that's got no lights at all. So I think it is very much district by district in terms of who gets the light and who doesn't. Yeah, they've got very little light. This, you can't see it because they don't have light. These ones have a bit. Still very, very dark though. It's only 5 o'clock now. So I'm in the centre now, and there's big blackouts here, it seems. So it's weird how some places have light. So for example over here, we can see they have light. This street down here is totally pitch black. This is a central city street, and this now is literally 6 o'clock in the evening. It's left like this after today's attacks. Yeah, I've looked at the news, so I was kind of oblivious to all of this until I met a friend. I saw a friend, and he told me, no, there's been strikes today, and this is why the whole city is, I mean, it's been like this a bit for the last couple of weeks, but now it's worse. Today, definitely, and apparently Lviv is totally without electricity today. So we can see here, this building's without electricity. I'm hoping our hotel has electricity. We live literally just around the corner from here. The only buses which are working now are obviously diesel buses, because there's no electricity for the electric buses. And it's still bloody pissing it down. Anyway, I'm putting my camera away before it gets soaked.